Chapter 6, TGIF. By the end of the school day, Kara could barely keep her eyes open or keep her head from dropping on her desk. Maybe she felt sleepy because she had eaten only half an apple for lunch, or maybe she was sleepy because her history teacher could send a crying baby to the land of Nod with only the power of his voice. But when the final bell rang, signaling the beginning of the weekend, Kara jumped from her seat with a big smile, like the rest of the class, to welcome the arrival of the weekend. The students rushed through the open doors, and once outside, the bright sun bathed Kara's skin, flooding her with beautiful power. Not a cloud in sight, or if there was one, she'd choose not to see it. She wanted to shed her silly earth clothes and dance naked under the sun, the way she had often done on Krypton. She did a little twirl, then leaped a bit too high, but nobody was watching her, except for Alex, who was leaning against the bus, acting cool, as Kara approached. "You're late," Alex pretend complained. Kara smiled at her wickedly, then walked right past into the bus. "Hey," Alex complained a little more seriously. "Wait up." Kara found a seat near the back of the bus and sat down in a quick spin motion, saying, "I want the window seat." Alex tried to appear casual and dignified when she sat down beside Kara, then said simply, as if disinterested, "Weekend." Kara bounced a couple of times, grabbed Alex's hands, then echoed gleefully, "Weekend!" Alex laughed as Kara pulled her in close, and they bounced like two infants in a silly dance, but they quickly settled down so that their eyes and lips were only an inch apart. Then, in a voice too loud for a whisper, Alex said, "You are so beautiful." Kara felt like she was blushing in an instant. "I love you so much," Kara whispered more quietly. "But shouldn't we be more careful?" Then Alex surprised Kara, as she was almost crying and shaking her head emphatically. "I don't care anymore. I want everyone to know. The lying is killing me." Kara wasn't prepared for the honest feelings Alex expressed. It felt like the role reversal. She wrapped Alex up in a protective hug and looked around. Nobody was paying any attention, as far as Kara could tell. At least nobody was staring. Alex gradually straightened up. She wiped her eyes with her fingers, checking for tears, but those were all soaked up in Kara's sweater. She smiled sadly. "Sorry. Can you imagine what Mom would say if..." She was cut off by a beeping sound coming from her pocket. "Speak of the devil," she said, pulling out the phone and flipping it open. Alex and Kara read from the tiny screen as Alex scrolled through 5 messages. "Work emergency. Travel tonight. See you Sunday. You can get pizza. Take care of Kara." Alex's eyes gleamed. "Oh, I'll take care of you, all right." Kara laughed and play-swatted Alex off of her. Then, as the bus started to pull away from the curb, Kara looked out of the window, scanning the area for Lena. She relaxed as soon as she saw that Lena was safely sitting on her bus, with no bullies near her that Kara could see. Lena's eyes scanned back through her own window and locked with Kara's eyes for a few seconds. Could Lena feel Kara stare? Could she sense Kara's concern? Looking into Lena's eyes, Kara could sense that concern reflected right back at herself. Alex punched Kara hard on the shoulder, instantly getting Kara's attention back, while declaring, "Punch Buggy!" Kara smiled wickedly back, saying, "Oh, you want to play Punch Buggy? Well, game on." When they were only halfway home, Alex pressed the pizza contact on the phone. Kara did not object. Their mom said the phone should only be used for emergencies, but Kara's stomach was growling loudly. It felt like an emergency. Only 3 minutes after they arrived home, the pizza girl delivered a huge pizza fully loaded with veggies. "You're my hero!" Kara exclaimed as she took the pizza, and within 5 minutes, Kara and Alex were sprawled out on the couch, stuffing their faces and racing through channels for entertainment. Alex stopped clicking on a local news show when the image of their school filled the screen. The reporter on the scene said, "This morning, while students were arriving for class, 2 boys were surprised when the hair on their heads burst into flames almost simultaneously, with no apparent cause. According to the students witnessing the event, the 2 victims were acting aggressively towards other students when the flames broke out. The detectives investigating the case are treating the event as the result of a dangerous prank, but they have no leads to the perpetrators and no explanation for the cause of said prank. Kara and Alex stared at each other in amazement. Kara was smiling, while Alex was alarmed. "Come on," Kara mumbled with a mouthful of pizza. She jumped from the couch and ran into her bedroom and turned on her computer. Alex was right behind her. "What are you doing?" "I just want to see what people are saying about what happened," Kara said. Fingers tapped impatiently. "Damn, I forgot how slow that computer is," Alex said as she paced around waiting for the antique to boot up. Finally, Kara double-clicked on her chat room icon and they started waiting again. "Oh, you still use that?" Alex gasped and rolled her eyes. "You should really get on MySpace. It's totally awesome. It's going to take over the world in a few years. But maybe your computer's too old to run it." Kara stuck out her tongue at Alex. Then the chat room opened, and after a few moments of cyber silence, filled with voices in Arial font. Watcher wrote, "Ever see the movie Firestarter? Thought that movie was bullshit, but I don't know now." Cookie wrote, "No, Lana is just a witch, like Donnie always said. Gives me the creeps." Lena XOXO wrote, "Hello, I'm right here." Domino wrote, "We don't know what happened either." Cookie wrote, "Well, nice of Samantha and Darren to show up again." Domino wrote, "What?" Watcher wrote, "LOL. But seriously, live and let live and all that, and Donnie fucking deserved it, but that magic shit is creepy as fuck." Cookie wrote, "Hells yes. Why don't you freaks just find another chat room?" Guest 3 wrote, "Maybe a guardian angel started the fires." Cookie wrote, "Who the fuck is Guest 3? "Hey," Alex said, half alarmed, half amused. "Why did you type that?" "I'm just trying to get them to stop attacking Lena and Eric," Kara explained. "But really, a guardian angel? Isn't that the kind of thing a guardian angel does? Is that weirder than what they are saying? A witch starting fires?" Alex pondered that for a moment, then said, "Well, if guardian angels were real, I doubt they would save people by causing fires." Kara smiled as she thought of the possibilities. Maybe they do. Maybe they work in all sorts of mysterious ways. Maybe they have powers that they use in all kinds of secret ways. Alex could see where Kara's mind was going. "Oh no, Kara, don't get any ideas. People who play with fire are getting their fingers burned." "Well, I didn't say that I would do anything," Kara backtracked unconvincingly, not meeting Alex's eyes, playing innocent. "I just meant that maybe," Kara started to say. "I know what you meant," Alex said sternly, but she couldn't help but smile when Kara grinned mischievously. "But remember, my ass is on the line if you get caught." Kara nodded. Alex sounded playful, but Kara knew she was serious too. Kara didn't want to be serious. She pulled Alex close and petted her ass affectionately. "People better not lay a finger on your butt. Except me, of course. Or your mom. Wait, ew, that didn't come out right. But I like your butt right here where I can slap it and stuff." Alex just smiled and said, "You really need to work on your dirty talk." Still alone at home, the girls cuddled on the sofa, having fun with Alex's laptop while occasionally looking up at the television behind it. The girls spent the next few hours Googling phrases like, "Am I gay?" and "coming out of the closet," and "what is incest?" They were looking for some reassurance that their feelings were okay, but often they found themselves diverted to salacious sites and discovering many exciting detours in their journey for more information. Eventually, the girls were both lying on the living room carpet, barely dressed, as they watched a Victoria's Secret fashion show on the big screen. Then, the clothes came completely off as they switched to pure, unadulterated porn on the small screen. In the dark room, the warm colors from the erotic imagery glowed on their bodies as they were transported into the erotic worlds on screen. Watching porn helped them feel normal and unashamed. Their worries about their sexuality and their privacy, and even the taboo of incest, became unimportant. They were merely two girls in love, staring into each other's eyes, feeling each other's bodies. The porn did not judge them. It made them feel free to act on their feelings. It made them feel the way they wanted to feel. As Friday turned into Saturday, the girls' playground moved from the living room to the shower, then finally to the bedroom, leaving a trail of clothes, underwear, pillows, and towels behind. Now, they sat naked on the bed, barely awake, but still pressing against each other and struggling to stay awake, because as blissful as sleep seemed right then, it did not compare to being awake in the presence of each other. "What does an orgasm feel like?" Kara asked, surprising Alex. "Don't you know?" Alex asked, concerned for a moment, but smiling after a little recollection. "By my count, you've had at least 3 just tonight. Once on the couch, once in the shower, and one about 10 minutes ago." Kara blushed and laughed, but persisted. "Yeah, that felt beyond amazing. I thought I had orgasms before, like, touching myself, but now I don't know. What I felt with you was incredible, and I never felt anything like that on Krypton. Maybe they are super orgasms? What does an orgasm feel like for you?" Alex's eyes turned wistful. "Well, it's hard to explain. It's like I'm exploding and filling up at the same time. Everything tingles. Everything is so intense. It feels like I can't handle it, but I don't want it to stop." Kara smiled, feeling relieved. "Did you have any orgasms tonight?" Alex looked away with a stupid-looking grin as she nudged Kara. "Only like a dozen times. Couldn't you tell?" Kara shook her head. Alex didn't cry out or twist her body like the girls in the porn clips they watched. Alex thought for a moment. "I guess I don't show feelings very well. But I promise you, you are amazing. I fucking came all over the place." Kara laughed in surprise from hearing Alex talk that way, but she was still confused. "Why is it so much more now than it ever was before? Do you think it's because of the yellow sun?" Alex wrapped Kara up as if trying to merge their two bodies into one. She whispered even while their lips touched each other and spoke with wisdom beyond her age. "It's because now we're in love, silly. And coming without love is like watching fireworks on the 4th of July all alone." All of Saturday, they played, slept, rose, and partook of each other with abandon. When one girl breathed out, the other breathed in. They knew each other so well, yet every experience was a discovery of something new, like they were meeting each other for the first time. Like each girl was learning who they were for the first time. Alex tried to be the big sister, even when explaining why it was okay that she wanted to fuck her little sister's brains out, and tried to teach her little sister that it was okay for girls to be in love with other girls. The odd thing about that is Kara always thought of Alex less like a sister and more like a beautiful friend who had helped her save her life when she had been lost in every way possible. Girls being in love with girls had been commonplace on Krypton. Kara had been in love with Alex since they had first met, and she had never questioned those feelings. So Kara let Alex teach her all she wanted, but the person Alex was really teaching was herself. Kara soaked in all of the love and freedom Alex was suddenly discovering in her own life. Kara wanted to feel that freedom too, the freedom to be herself. Now Kara felt like she had that opportunity. Eliza wasn't around, trying to protect Kara from who she was. Alex wasn't towing the line, but instead was supporting Kara in every way. Both girls felt so empowered for the first time since they had known each other. They did not hide that pride and power in the safety of their home. They spent the whole day out of the house, celebrating their lives in public. They ate lunch at an IHOP. Alex had a blueberry waffle with whipped cream. Kara ate a pile of pancakes large enough for a lumberjack. She appreciated that the waitress showed no signs of judgment. Then they walked 2 miles to the mall and window shopped at every store where they could not even afford to buy the underwear, but they found a cute pair of bikinis in a bargain bin. The swimsuits were such a bargain because the summer was long over. but the day was sunny and unseasonably warm, so they walked another mile to show off their bods on a sparsely populated beach. Kara found a $20 bill buried in the sand, and both girls praised her Kryptonian eyes. They debated how to spend the small treasure until the sun fell on the horizon and blanketed the sky in orange and red. As they made the slow walk home, they stopped by a community cinema and saw that movie ticket prices were exactly $10 each. It felt like destiny. They bought 2 tickets to The Illusionist, a romantic movie about star-crossed lovers played by Ed Norton and Jessica Biel, whose love could only be saved by magic. The girls sat way in the back, where they could make out and whisper without disturbing other people. But Kara found herself caught up in the movie. She related to the magician who wanted to use his amazing abilities to help people, but exposed himself to danger whenever he tried. Kara was especially fascinated by the power of illusion. She had always understood that trickery could fool people into believing that they saw a magical event, but the movie showed her that the opposite was also true. If people saw true magic, most would try to convince themselves that what they saw was a result of a trick or illusion. Without Kara saying a word, Alex seemingly saw the light going off in Kara's head. Perhaps Alex could read Kara's mind better than even Lena could. In one scene in the movie, the magician stole his beloved away from danger by some mysterious means, perhaps trickery, perhaps through magic. Alex whispered in Kara's ear, "So now she has a guardian angel, too." Their eyes locked. "Do you think that's okay?" Kara asked. "Is he bad for tricking people? If it's real, is it okay for him to use magic?" Alex shook her head, conceding, "What can I say? It's scary, but it is what he was meant to do. He was meant to be a hero." Kara relished the rest of the day and another blissful night, but just before noon on Sunday, Eliza returned home, bombarding them with questions. "How was school? I hope you behaved yourselves. Did you help your sister with her schoolwork? Why are there blankets all over the place? Where are your glasses? Did you go anywhere yesterday? Did you invite any boys over? Did you have sex with your sister? Did you expose your powers and sexual perversions to the world?" Okay, those last 2 questions were never uttered, but Eliza's constant questions each raised the girls' anxiety another notch, and such questions seemed inevitable. The girls rudely escaped into Alex's bedroom mid-question, leaving Eliza standing alone in the kitchen, wondering if she had said something wrong. Alex drilled a tiny hole in the wall, common to the both of their bedrooms, and both girls pushed their beds up against that wall and their pillows against the hole. That hole saved them from sadness and loneliness and withdrawal from each other as they spent the first night of the rest of their lives apart. Kara could not have felt better about life on Monday morning as she and Alex boarded the bus for school and barely hid their affection for each other. But as the bus moved ever closer to the school, Alex held Kara's hand ever tighter, and tears were forming in Alex's eyes, just like they had Friday afternoon at lunchtime. Tears were so alien to Alex's eyes, and Kara did not like seeing them one bit. "Hey," Kara whispered soothingly, "what's wrong? We'll be back together at lunchtime." Alex shook her head as she replied with crazy sad certainty, "I'm going to lose you. I just know it." Kara pulled her into a hug, whispering, "Oh, don't be silly. We'll be together forever." At the same time, Kara's muscles tensed and her senses heightened. She felt it too, something dark and insidious, something worse than Eliza's attitudes, something worse than society's prejudices. A dark cloud loomed over the school. It loomed over their lives. Kara hoped she had powers enough to protect their love from whatever it was.